Hi, I'm Chad with Crosse Archery. I'm here with Bill from Iron Will Outfitters, and he's going to tell us all about his wonderful broadheads.
So we've been making broadheads for a few years, primarily for max penetration on big animals like elk and moose. We have our V-Series vented heads and then our S-Series solid heads. These both have a main blade that's 1 1/16 wide with a 3/4 inch bleeder blade for 1.8 inches total cut. We've been getting more and more whitetail hunters using them, and they've been asking us for a wider head. So this year we're coming out with our new wide series. It has the same 62 thousandths thick A2 tool steel blades, but now we're an 1 3/8 wide main blade with a 3/4 inch wide bleeder blade for 2 1/8 inch total cut.
How many animals you say were taken with the wide series this year when they were testing the prototypes?
Yeah, we had a dozen guys using them this year. It took over 50 animals with them in testing, and the results have been excellent.
That's nothing better than animals on the ground. I mean, that's proof in the pudding right there.
Yeah, from the beginning, we've always. I don't want to come up with a product that's not, engineered well and performing well. So our original head actually had a broadhead fail on an elk shoulder. That's what got me started in designing broadheads. I'm a mechanical engineer and I've been doing product development for other companies, and actually spent 7 years developing the first series of our broadheads. And so when we wanted to do the new ones, I was worried that a wider head might not fly as well or be as strong. So I spent about 1.5 years doing a lot of analysis, flow analysis, structural analysis, testing, and then we had 12 guys using them, shooting a bunch of animals, making sure everything looked good.
So like the wide blade comes in 100 and 125 grain?
All the way up to 225.
All the way up to 225. So definitely a guy that hunts whitetails in the Midwest could take this out west and not have to change anything.
That's right.
Just be ready to rock and roll.
Right.
That's awesome.
And you could do like I do, which is, I'll have a 6-arrow quiver with 3 solid 125s in and 3 wide 125s, and depending on the situation. That's what I hunted with this year.
Right. No, it's nice to have that variety and able to use all that.
Right. And elk hunting, I'd have the solid head in. The bull elk I got was at 52 yards. I decided a little longer shot, I'm going to use that solid head, make sure I get that pass through and penetration. And then when I was sitting over a water hole, I'd have the wider head in, a little closer, not as concerned about.
And then you do have a sharpener, right, that's at the correct angle. So if somebody does, say, run their wide series through a whitetail, say like a doe early season, they could just resharpen that broadhead to be ready to rock and roll for late season as well.
Right. Our edges are extremely sharp, and since it's a A2 steel at 60 Rockwell C, it retains that edge really well. So typically you can shoot through an animal, still shave hair with it, put it right back in your quiver.
Not even have to sharpen it.
Yeah, but a couple animals later, or if you're going into the dirt or sand or whatever, and you see it doesn't shave hair anymore, they're pretty easy to touch up. We do have a carbide sharpener with the angle set right, where you can just pull it through there until it shaves.
That's
again.
Genius. I mean, it's so nice to be able to just use that broadhead more than just once. You could use it many times.
And we have a lifetime guarantee on it. Or if you bend or break anything, we replace it.
That's awesome. And then they do have a knife. Is it the K1 Ultralight knife?
Right, so I've been wanting a premium blade steel knife that was ultralight, because I do a lot of backcountry hunting where I'm packing in 5 miles or so. It's got kind of a unique design in that it has sharpened top edges also, and some jimping that goes out to that finger. But what you can do with that then is make all your hide cuts with the top edge, and hide cuts is really what dulls in that quickly.
Right.
So if you can do all that with your top edge, it keeps the belly of the knife sharp for a long time to skin and debone multiple animals.
That's awesome.
So for 1 ounce, it's enough to get all the way through an elk.
Right, and then I would assume the same thing. If it gets dull, run it through that sharpener for a few swipes, and then just go right back to your business.
Same steel, same angles, so you can use that little carbide sharpener as well.
That's perfect. And then it does come with a paracord handle and a Kydex sheath?
It does, yep. It'll come with that. Paracord is kind of an option to wrap it with that. I like to do that. It adds thickness and grip to the handle.
Gives you a little better grip.
Some guys will just use it as a skeleton. And it comes with a Kydex sheath that stays on well. It's more of a pack knife or pack sheath.
Yep.
Not really a belt knife. But
just so it's not cutting stuff up in your bag.
Yep. Some guys use it like a neck knife hanging.
Oh,
or
great.
Whatever. But,
that makes sense. Awesome, Bill. I really appreciate it.
You bet.
No, I better not shake the knife hand. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Thanks, guys.